We are continuing our conversations about gopher snakes. Now, one of the conversations in the hobby that I always think people are making a little too complicated is the bull snake conversation. And we discussed this in an earlier video with Clint of Clint's Reptiles when we were discussing a phylogeny of Pituophis. Bull snakes are gopher snakes.
Yeah.
Ctenifer makes up all the gopher snakes. Bull snakes are one of those.
Yep.
Ctenifer sayi. Tell us a little bit about their range. Tell us a little bit about their temperament relative to some of the other gophers.
Definitely one of the more vocal animals in the in the family, and in snakes in general. I mean, geez.
Yeah.
But the bulls are the widest ranging as well. Like Aphanis, the Sonorans, they have a large range, but these bulls go from Canada all the way down into Mexico and into Mexico a ways.
Yeah.
And from, basically the Mississippi to the Rockies. It's a huge path right through the central plains, and on up and down.
And where it gets muddy in the conversations is you'll see people say online, so, what exactly is a bull snake? And even here in Utah, even though we only have gopher snakes here, Great Basins, you'll hear people refer to them as bull snakes, blow snakes. So these conversations always get a little convoluted, but in simplest terms, a sayi is no different than a San Diego or a Pacific or a Great Basin. It's just a different subspecies of Ctenifer with a different range. And in general, east of the Rockies. So if you're in a state like Colorado and you're on the western slope over in Grand Junction, those are Great Basin gophers. And then you get over east of the Rockies into the Denver area and further. Now you've got bull snakes.
Yep.
Now tell us about the variety. We're going to dive in and show people a wide variety of snakes, but bull snakes are also one of the more varied of all the gopher snakes.
And it's with a large range, you're going to have a large variation of colors and patterns. Like here we got a tiger.
Tiger bull.
Tiger bull. We got this guy from Summer. Summer Stevenson. Nice animals. He's just coming along. We got a little bit of, we're going to dabble in some of this stuff as well. I mean, one of the more sought after localities is the Kankakee, up over in Illinois area, the real dark look. That's that northeast corner of the range. Yeah, they're very unique. And then Texas, you get lots of yellow. You get reds, yellows. Like it's just massive. There's
places in Texas where they and the Sonorans, it's kind of hard to tell them apart.
Yeah, and there is a natural intergrade zone, and it's like,
and the Rockies kind of curve west as you go north, and so people always talk about Montana, and
and bull snakes are like Yellowstone's pretty much strictly north of Salt Lake.
Yeah.
But bull snakes are in Yellowstone.
Yeah, exactly.
They hook that backside of the Rockies. Yeah.
And we'll put up a range map, but you'll see, and that's where it gets confusing, is the Rockies kind of curve westward and people get a little thrown off. But generally speaking, if you're east of the Rockies, you're talking about bull snakes. Now, they only range, kind of throughout the Midwest. The pine snakes take over on the East Coast. So the bull snakes are taking up that whole
central corridor,
that whole middle of the country. And like you say, if you go down south, they're lighter, they're brighter. You go north, and they're bigger. And you go north, dark, lots of blacks, lots of yellows.
Well, and then like in Montana, and there's several localities, and like I used to have the Carbon Counties, Montanas, and those were 4-foot adults, like 50 inches.
Yeah, and elevation probably has a little bit of an impact on that too. But in Colorado, they're big 6-footers out there on the eastern side. So you mentioned a little bit on Temperament about their their vocalizations.
Yeah.
They're one of the louder ones. They're very impressive defensive displays, even right out of the egg. They'll be hissing and they'll be striking. But their temperament in captivity is amazing. Once they're socialized, they're gentle giants.
And they get, it's a show. And some do bite and some do bite hard and some don't even bite. They just strike and hit you with their face. And so like once you figure out they're just this is kind of an act, it changes everything.
Yeah, 100%.
And so, and a lot of our videos are on confident grab or with bull snakes because they put up that. And maybe we'll demonstrate the confident grab again with the bull snakes, because when you sit there and try to grab them and you're kind of like, kind of not sure, and they're like, oh, my defense is working. And so, they'll keep it up.
So they keep
it
up.
But if you just dive right in, break them out of that position, then they get in flee mode usually.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and between the two of us, we can attest. Once they're socialized, once they've been handled a lot. I use a kankakee in our urban snakes education all the time, and no issues whatsoever. He'll get passed around dozens of people. He never makes a peep. He's just a gentle giant. Once you socialize these snakes, and they're so great to handle because they're the perfect size. I mean, they get big. They can be in that 6-7 foot range, but they're thick, they're easy to handle, and definitely not flighty, definitely not, they're the kind of snake you can drape over your neck, and and they just do great. So they're amazing snakes. Yeah, great pets.
We might get some firing up on us.
We may.
Because we're going to wake them out of a slumber, and they're probably going to be not happy about that. But they might put on a show for us tonight.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes.
But what's fun about bulls is the color morph variation. Like, it's pretty vast. It's more than all the other. It's more than the gopher snakes subspecies.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
let's dive in.
All right. A lot of these guys are brand new breeders, virgins, and a big chunk of them, and so lots of fun stuff, lots of unknowns as well. I'm sure we're gonna get some pleasant surprises as well.
We may get some of that vocalization we were talking about.
This is one of my favorite bull snakes right here, and it's just a hypo, but it's a yellow hypo.
Just a hypo.
But look at this tail. Would you look at that?
It's amazing.
And he's a little uncooperative. He's colder than crap right now.
I love that muted pattern too.
Yeah, how he just fades out and then into that, just this maroon, purpley maroon in here. I just love this look. He's an awesome animal.
That one gives you a good idea of their adult size too.
Let's see. Let's get this guy's probably going to put on a show. He usually does, but this is a hypo yellow white-sided. Or it's yellow, but like this hypo, and that's almost like a purpley brown. And usually whiteside, what's is neat with whiteside is the yellows kind of work well with the whiteside, and so you can get a nice contrast here. And our lighting isn't the best, but there we go, the vocal guy. Yeah, I figured it was too. Ah!
There we go.
This is a yellow bull. These have been established for a long time. Probably one of the prettiest bull snakes you can buy for your money. Right here.
Now, what part of the country do these are these typically? I'm guessing a little further south.
Texas. South Central Texas. This is just a Trumbauer hypo, but a very pretty one. I mean, you get these, there's some lavenders in here.
Oh yeah, you can see the purples there as you get back toward the tail.
This might throw a morph. This might throw a morph that hasn't been, a combination morph that hasn't been done before. And that is, and like, I wasn't going to say much about it until we did it, but I think it's fine. A Trumbauer hypo with a Miami County exanthic. So like, I don't think that combo's been done before in a ghost. So it'll make a ghost. It'll probably look similar to the other ones, but that's why we do these things. So let's see here. This girl's I'm gonna have to. Oh, I can't believe she didn't hiss, but. And they get this like wiry when they're freaking cold like this. But this is a hypo white-sided patternless. You can notice this like really this salt and peppering look really close.
Oh yeah, flecks of color there.
Yeah. This is a neat one. Well, we got 2 boxes.
Double hide.
Right on. This is a ghost. This is a Trumbauer and Ballum exanthic combination, but it's from my banana line. It gives it this nice blocky. For whatever reason, they have these big square blotches in the bloodline, and I love that look.
Yeah, very, very clean pattern. And what's interesting too is
And these
that
washouts, yeah.
the head is relatively clean as far as a bull snake goes. Not a lot going on in terms of a head stamp. Bull snakes usually have very busy heads.
Take a look at this guy. Now, it's a normal. But this is a combination of a Trumbauer hypo and a Kankakee. And so, you know, if all this black and giant blotches is in a hypo form, could you imagine the intensity and the contrast of a hypo with this?
Yeah, I was going to say,
It's going to be extreme.
As I look at it closer, I can see where that's more brown than black. But at a glance, you open the drawer and I'm thinking, oh, this is a Kankakee. Now, we were just talking about head stamps. Look how busy that is.
And look at, like, they got the neck, like the striping on the neck, on the jaw.
Yeah.
Like, and that's that Kankakee look. It makes him look like very aggressive.
Oh yeah, and you've probably got some darker ones or some true kanks. And what I really love about them is sometimes it's hard to even see their eye.
Yeah, because they blend right in.
Their eye just blends right into everything.
Here we got a little blizzard. Very just, you know, if you like white snakes, it's neat. If you like colors, it's not as neat. But
now, are those ruby eyes?
Yep. No, these are pink eyes.
Pink. So what exactly is a blizzard? I'm assuming there's albino in there.
Yes, it's blizzard. Will always have albino, and in bull snakes, it will always have. There's many ways to achieve this look in bull snake, and it's very complicated and kind of confusing. But they always will have albino and exanthic. Then you could add in like many different things to achieve this one. This one does not have patternless in it, but this one does have hypo and whiteside in it. So this is a quad morph animal. In true terminology, I believe a blizzard is albino, anri, or exanthic, and hypo. I believe that's the true terminology of a blizzard. You got a vocal guy there. So this is very similar look, but this, I know because I bred it and produced it, this is a patternless snow. So this is albino, axanthic, and patternless. Gives it a blizzard look. And that's why you want to keep up on your genetics so you know what your offspring, exactly what they're head for.
I was going to say exactly, because how do you tell those two apart?
That's why you have to do good book work.
Yeah. Now, what have we got? I'm guessing some hypo?
Yep. Dang it. Hypo, axanthic, and so it's a Stillwater and Miami County. So this is a Hannon hypo, which is just a different look. But yeah, gives you an idea.
Wow, the difference between that and the Trumbauer is dramatic.
Yeah, and even the Stillwater.
And the Stillwater too, yeah.
There's still a lot of mysteries in this bloodline. We hope to have some answers more. It may be something brand new. It may be a new bloodline of hypo, or it may be one of the others, and it's just influenced with the reds or something. We're still working on it, trying to get more answers. This is a Stillwater, a patternless Stillwater hypo. Not locality anymore, but it's, yeah. He's got some residual pattern. I think I love his residual.
Now, the interesting thing about this pattern is it kind of resembles the Meeker Sonorans a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. And I have two patternless that do this weird patterning, and they're unrelated. So it's just something that, it's a variation of the patternless, that's all. This is just an axanthic patternless, a Ballum axanthic. Gives it that kind of purpley gray look.
Yeah, what an unusual color. It's kind of brown, kind of gray.
I don't know what, it's not my favorite, but
kind of purple.
it's kind of out there.
A lot going on.
And this guy's kind of cool too. Let's see if this cat catches it, but like, see if you can get these greens in here.
Yeah, the greens are popping there on the tail. Man, on the neck too.
Yeah, even on the neck. I don't know why this animal exhibits green. I'm not sure.
Now, what other genetics are going on?
No, I only know of albino, but usually, well, in other gopher snake species, when I see green like this, it's because it's a double albino.
Wow.
This, okay. I don't think is a double albino.
Interesting.
So, this is a Ballum axanthic, and it's a really dark one. I love the look of the darkness. Makes, you know, when you get these dark ones comboed in other morphs, it gives a great contrast. So. This is a pretty snake. This is my bumblebee maker. This is a Kankakee crossed to a yellow. It's an F1 and it looks this good. F2s are going to be better. And there's going to be a natural variant, and so but I love how dark these saddles are all the way.
Yeah.
These blotches and
yeah, again, that one looks like a lot of the Kankakees that you see.
The Kankakee does carry over very well.
Yeah, and great contrast. Now, as you keep going through the generations with this project, the yellows will intensify. Yes. Is that the goal?
Yeah. And I may have to reinsert more yellow eventually. But we'll see.
The yellow on that tail, though, is like, already pretty
I have a couple babies offspring from her, and I don't want to show them off yet. I want to get some size on them. But we'll show those probably 6 months from now or so.
And this is a great contrast to some of those that are further south in the range in Texas and in Oklahoma. And they're lighter, they're brighter. And then as you go up north, like we were talking about, dark. But what I love about the Kankakees is even though they're so dark, the contrast is still intense.
And there is
it's not like they're just washed out.
And there is Kankakees, and there is guys working with yellow kankakee, and they call them bumblebees as well.
Yeah.
And they're beautiful. And I'm not trying to, like, I appreciate their work as well. Like, I think it's awesome. So this is just a little different direction.
Yeah, where
It's not locality anymore.
Right, and you're going to go for contrast because you're keeping a lot of that black.
Yep, it's going to take a while. But super cool project, I think.
Now, as far as bull snakes go, like we were talking about, tons of variety, tons of morphs. Is there anything in the bull snake world that's still missing?
Yes. There's always something missing.
Always.
It's never,
That's what makes it fun.
It's a never complete puzzle. But this is just my opinion. We don't have an anery, right? Except I think we kind of do, in a sense that I consider this is just my opinion. Don't go spread this around, but like a negative way. I'm just saying, I think a Balaam is a true exanthic. I think a Miami County acts more like an anery. They're totally different. The anery has the black and white look. The Balaam has the blue waxy look. Blue and black. Yeah, and there still could be another anery out there that works like in different shades and differently. T-positive albino. I hear Jerry Salmon and his buddies are working on something that's I don't know. I haven't talked to Jerry about it, but I've been meaning to. So I hear there's that more of yeah. There's still stuff. What if a melanistic bull was found? Like it was just black, not like dark, super dark or something. There's always something out there.
Maybe in Canada or somewhere you've got super dark ones like that.
I did a combination this year, and I did an albino patternless to albino, and I got 16 babies. They're all albinos. Half are striped on the neck. So striping, I don't want to say it's like there could be a striping genetic. So it's not proven yet. So there's stuff.
I love bulls, and it's fun that we've gotten a little bit of the vocalization. But what I love about my kank in my office when I'm working, his enclosure is about 2 feet behind me. And they will hiss even when they don't mean to. I don't know if it's just that they're that much bigger than some of the other gophers, and so they'll exhale maybe just a little more strong than a smaller snake will. But even when they don't mean to, sometimes you'll hear you'll hear the exhale.
That's cool.
And it's one of the coolest things. Their vocalizations are a big part of what make them fun.
Yeah. One thing is like I don't get in the hobby is like people that only like bull snakes and not gopher snakes. It's like they're just miniature versions. Exactly. They're just awesome. I love them all. But
one thing though, like even if you compare a bull like this to your bigger Sonorans, the bulls are definitely a little girthier.
Yes.
I mean the totality of their size, it's noticeable. It stands out.
And the way these guys will put out eggs is like, holy crap. Like way more than Sonorans.
And the other thing about bulls is, and this is true of Pituophis for the most part, they don't always wrap prey. Sometimes they'll pin prey.
Yeah.
And a lot of people think that has to do with living in burrows, and maybe you pin a prey item to the side of a burrow. But the strength of these big bulls is amazing. Just when you're holding them, handling them. But when you feed, when you put a big rat in there, and they'll strike it and then they'll pin it rather than wrap it.
Yeah.
But the force with which they do that is really, really impressive. They're just so fun.
There's an albino patternless bull snake over here, and his name is Peaches. And he's a funny character. You touch him and he'll slam back. He doesn't push back. He is violent back. Like,
Yeah.
it's weird.
Yeah,
It's hilarious, actually.
they demonstrate their strength in a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
And like I say, I think
Sure power.
I think those inadvertent vocalizations are just part of their size and strength too. They're just exhaling with a little more force sometimes,
Yeah.
even if they don't mean it. And it's very cool when I'm sitting there and I hear it behind me. Very nice. Hey, they made it to the end of the video.
Hey, thank you guys.
Be sure, if you like our content, to subscribe to our channel, like this video, comment on this video, and it would help us tremendously if you share this video with your family and friends. We appreciate it.